bit of an incline. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DOITWITHDAN, and welcome to my backyard. And today is a little bit more of a special video, at least for me it is. My dad and I built this whole fence together over the course of about 8 days, recorded the whole thing. It's great for me because I get to share some of this experience with me and my dad with you guys. You know, it's really cool. You guys get to meet my dad. It makes a little bit more sense of where I get it from once you see this video. He didn't want to do the intro with me. I tried, but he was like, no, I don't want to do that. Both my parents, they said they wanted to give us a fence for Christmas. So my dad and I built it together as a gift, which is very nice of them. Cannot thank you guys enough for giving us such a wonderful gift. It did come with some assembly required. The gift itself being both the fence and doing a project like this with my dad it's the best gift I could have gotten. You know what I'm saying? And I want to share that with you guys. And my mom even helped put this fence together. I'm telling you, man, my parents are badasses. So my parents came up Thanksgiving week, and for 8 days we built this fence together. My mom absolutely did not want to be on camera at all. She's here and there in the time lapses. That's the best I can do, Mom. I'm sorry. She just doesn't want to be on camera at all. She might be like a secret assassin or something like that. I don't know. Right, so she tells me, oh, we got the train. The microphone stand was Laura's idea, by the way. So, of course, my mom tells me that she doesn't want to be on camera and then proceeds to stand in front of the camera like as much as she could. But not only is it a fun experience with my dad, I get to show you guys how we achieved an actual perfect fence. And I'm not joking when I say perfect. You could put a level on any piece of wood on this fence and it will be absolutely perfectly level. So I'm gonna wrap up this intro and we'll get to the video, but I want to say one thing. Both my parents were relatively skeptical about being on video. They're afraid that the internet's gonna be mean to them. And I keep trying to tell them that's absolutely not gonna be the case, right? So I know you guys are gonna be very nice to my parents and encourage them to be on the channel more. I would love nothing more than to do a cooking video with my mom. Like, she don't even take pictures with me. It's a little windy out here. So if you guys could just leave a nice comment and encourage my father as well to be back on the channel as well. You guys better be nice to my mom. But with that intro out of the way, we're just gonna pick up right when they showed up, which was Saturday. So, Saturday.
So after my parents drove almost 6 hours to see me, you'd think they'd want to sit down and relax. But that's not how we roll. Immediately after getting unpacked, my dad and I started making a plan on where the fence was going to go, where our property lines were, and how much foliage we're going to have to remove. We agreed to strip the overgrowth to the property line to maximize space and keep the line straight.
No, the small ones. If you want to go through there, we can take it to right there.
And then maybe like cut in.
And then we can cut it back. If you want to go straight down the property line, then those two little trees will have to come out.
I got a little electric chainsaw picked up for 30 bucks.
Wow.
I haven't used this thing, but I assume it works just like a regular chainsaw. Oh yeah, that's a chainsaw. Sounds real good. Just make sure we don't cross swords, if you will. Oh, will that get that? God dang. You know, I don't like it as much as my gas-powered pulling that I used to have. Of course, that thing was also a piece of shit. What the hell? What is it, bird feed or something? I was trying to decide which way I wanted it to fall.
You want to fall right here.
You know, you'd assume this electric thing would stop on a frickin' dime. It sounds kind of like shit. All right.
Take your time, be careful.
Yeah, yes, sir. Why don't loggers just use electric chainsaws? I don't get it.
You may end up having to cut that one too.
Yeah. All right, I'll get her from the back. Lost my chain. I ain't a logging man, but I know what love is. Dude, I did this sale, right?
Go too far with the 25%?
I might have. I think we've had about 100 orders come in like 2 days, and most of them are multiple items. So, all right, that should get her at least back into action. Honestly, a $30 saw, if it gets us through this project, I will be
Money ahead.
I'll be, yeah. Not the piss chainsaw. call me George Washington. Not because I'm a founding father, but because I'm a felon. Best $30 I ever spent. You some bitches couldn't close an umbrella. Can you get those 3 big thick thorn ones right there? Oh yeah. Yeah, or maybe that one. Come here, old boy. Who's a good boy?
Cut it blood.
Damn, that's a wide ass stump, isn't it? Dude, the internet is gonna light us up for the way we use this chainsaw.
Oh, you don't need to put that on there.
Yeah, chainsaws, they love it when you bury them in the dirt. Honestly, this should be an ad for this piece of shit chainsaw. We're like, dude, you will not believe what we did with your product. Woo.
Oh. And since I had the chainsaw out, I felt the need to remove this limb that's been hanging low for some time. I don't know, it gets in the way. I'm worried it's gonna fall and hit the dog, so I just took it down.
All right, time to run our line. Are we done for the day? Let's see what he has.
We ran our fence line 6 inches parallel off my property line. This gives us some wiggle room so we're not building on my neighbor's property. The string also gives us a great reference point and guarantees us the fence will be straight. And tomorrow would be the day that we started digging.
That's where that hole gonna go.
That's where that hole gonna go?
That is where it's gonna go. Georgia clay.
How deep does it need to go?
2 feet.
I'll go get that drill. I gave this hole digger to my dad one year so he could build his fence, and he's giving it back to me so he can build my fence. How the turntables have turned. How's it looking?
Well, this came out.
What is that?
I think it's a sprinkler. One time you had sprinklers.
Nice shot.
First hole.
I mean, first hole. Probably help if I turn it on.
Okay. This was my first time using an auger. It's a hole digger that I bought from Harbor Freight for 250 bucks. It would work great for the first 6 to 8 inches. Then we would hit some very hard, compact red Georgia clay. So we'd beat it a little bit with the manual hole digger for another few inches or so, and then we could get the auger to bite again and finish the hole.
You know what? Shittier than I thought it was gonna be. That sure beats doing that the entire time.
I hear that.
Man, I bet if I put my race gas in this thing, it would haul ass. I see, right at 24 inches on the dot, dude. Do I need to go get a bag of concrete?
Yeah.
All right. Is it 1 bag per hole?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hold it. You got it?
Yeah, I do.
Level her up, kid. That way and that way.
All right. That would be level.
You got to keep it lined up with the string.
So it's gonna need to come over your way a little. Well, actually, it's very close. Its level is just touching it or close to it. How'd you do this by yourself?
5 years younger.
Jax, back up. Don't breathe that, buddy.
Should be a little harder to move around now. You need to go over some. Now's the time to do it.
That's touching the string. It's like right on it.
Oh, I see.
You are a dog, brother. You are a dog. D-A-W-G. Dog.
See, that's what I mean by cheating that hole. Let's see what that did for you.
There's level.
You see what you got to look for, Danny, to make sure that post is square. That way, is that good? Tell me when you're
That's
good.
dead nuts, square.
Right, hold on to it both ways. Take it this way.
There.
All right, hold what you got.
Good spot, buddy.
So just keep your eye on the level. It's gonna move. Try to keep it as level as you can until I get done.
All right, that's good right there.
Is it?
Yeah. That side I'm good with. That side I'm really good with. Man, that looks good.
Water this in. Dead on. Perfect.
I know what I'm doing.
You know what
I got this spare wheel laying around for a car that I don't own. You remember my old orange Camaro? Remember when Bill Duckworth dicked up my wheel? I got a spare one of those wheels that I made them pay for. I just never used it. I've had it sitting around since they did that. So I was thinking about turning it into a hose wheel.
There you go. Just watch it off the hose.
Make sure it's getting all down in there. Think so?
Sure that one more time. We're gonna move on.
Let's do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Next post.
You're gonna use that as a guide to see how long? Yeah, so those are gonna go end to end on the outside, or just the outside measurement. About there. Ah, I see, said the blind man. Ah, big brain. A lot smoother.
Oh yeah.
Turns out no sprinkler heads makes a big difference.
Got a lot of loose dirt in there.
Pole time?
Look and see. All right. Wait, definitely got to go that way.
Yes, sir. There.
You like the string where it is?
I do actually.
I'm kind of a perfectionist on the post because that makes a difference. All right, level her up.
Level that away. Level that away.
We'll change a little bit.
After the first few holes, we got into a good rhythm. We'd mark the holes with the double shovel and then drill the hole. We even found a good method to get past the thick clay. Everything was going pretty smoothly until we got to the spots where we cleared the property. We hit root after root after rock after rock after stump after stump. We went from about 15 minutes a hole to an hour and a half a hole. My dad said that he knew this area was going to suck, which is why we did this side first, and we made it to the final hole of the day when the auger failed. One of the two bolts attaching the drive shaft to the output shaft had snapped. Luckily, by chance, Laura happened to have a box of old hardware lying around, and we were able to replace the snap bolt, and it saved us a trip to the store. As Sunday came to an end, my dad and I checked the trueness of each post, and they were absolutely perfect. I was actually blown away at how level these posts were, especially seeing that this was the first time I'd ever built a fence. It was now Monday morning and it was time to get to do the other side. We'd fetched our wood and tried to get the same pace that we were on the day before. And to our surprise, the side was a breeze. No roots, hardly any rocks, and relatively loose packed clay. We were breezing through these about 10 minutes a hole, and we broke the auger again.
Something. We got the other one. Whew. Not bad, man. Not bad.
After we took lunch, we finished up the holes for the gate posts. These were 6x6s and required much more effort, but they needed to support the weight of the gate. Once these were set, it was time to rest for the day. Now, Tuesday was rained out, so what work did get done didn't get filmed. But my mom, my dad, and I knocked out the horizontal boards in the rain, and this also gave the concrete a day to set. Now, Wednesday started out as a bit of a test for us. We needed to figure out exactly how we were going to make the fence work. My dad had done some math, and since we were doing staggered boards, the gaps had to be perfect on both sides and consistent, otherwise it would look very noticeable. My dad had planned for about a 2 1/4 gap on either side in between each board, and thankfully his bubble level was exactly 2 1/4 wide, which made it an ideal jig for gapping these boards, and it was perfect every time.
So like that, flush.
Well, how are we level wise?
level.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
Who built this thing?
Yeah,
See, that gives you a nice finished corner.
I like that. I like that corner a lot.
I call this one good.
I like it a lot. I mean, does it matter?
Well, I think the way I got it measured out, it should, but we're on a corner.
Okay. All right.
We did a loose test run to make sure that the math was on, and it was. We were good to use this method across the entire fence. We'd also check to make sure that we were level every panel, and to our surprise, it was always spot on.
But if it's close, I'm good. We're gonna drive on.
You happy with it?
I'm very happy with it. It's dead on that board. Dead on the board.
Perfect. Run a string.
Yeah, we gotta run a string. Level it and
Level.
nail it. All right, I know the top is where it should be, so level it using the bottom. All right, level.
Yep. Going down here first.
Now this is where my dad's genius string method comes back into play and makes this fence absolutely perfect. We would face each post with a board, center it and level it, and then run a string from each post's facing board. We then gap the next board using the level, set its height by touching the top of the board to the string, and then nailing it in place. And after we got into this groove, it was rinse and repeat. Perfectly level with perfect gaps every time.
I think that's.
The level looks good. Are you against the string? I can drop it back down.
There you go. There you go.
Do this, 2 nails, so we're sure. That's a lot easier to knock out.
You're right. Oh shit! Shit, dude.
Any good?
We're about to find out.
Now the inside of the fence was slightly different because the posts are on the inside, so we couldn't face them. To offset this, we would narrow the gaps on the inner boards. We'd put a board in each corner and then offset the inner boards until the gap was even, and then use the level for the rest of the gaps. This made everything look uniform from the inside and the out. Now the next few days kind of blended together, and before we knew it, it was Thanksgiving. We worked through the day, but we called it early on Thanksgiving to eat. And honestly, it was a great time. Once we were finally finished with the fence, we would wake up early on Saturday, which was my dad's birthday, by the way, and build a gate. Happy 65th birthday, Dad. Thanks for the fence. I love you guys. By saying thank you to Xidax Computers for sponsoring today's video. Now, one of the things that puts Xidax Computers above its competitors is the fact that it has a lifetime warranty on parts and labor, meaning that if you're outside of your parts manufacturer warranty, you're still covered 100% by Xidax Computers. Your CPU blows up at 13 months, even with a 1-year manufacturer warranty, you're still 100% covered. All the Xidax computers are hand-built in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's 100% USA tech support only. They also run extensive quality control checks to make sure that whatever computer that you get is perfect. And they are also experts in customization. Custom LEDs, laser etching, color, paint, etc. And they still provide you with the best prices despite high demand, high cost, inflation, etc. They've got you covered. You know me, I'm always using my computer for gaming and editing, so it's very important to me to have a good custom computer that I can rely on. And it's really nice because since this is my job, if something goes out in my computer, I don't have to front that cost. It's a lifetime warranty. So click the link in my description, check out their products. They're awesome. Thank you, Xidax, for supporting today's video.
And that's it. I didn't record the whole gate, but we finished it and it looks and functions amazing. It doesn't swing open or outwards when you undo the latch. It hovers exactly where it is, no matter at what point in the radii its turn is. So beautiful. It's spot on. I mean, it's laser perfect. And then not only is it level and balanced, the hinges are hung perfectly. It's just the amount of pride that I was able to take in this project, especially being like both my dad and I put it together ourselves. And it was truly a nice gift. Not only is it something that we appreciate, but it's something that we use every day, especially with our dogs. We just let them out now. We don't have to worry about them. They can run around and be free outside. It's so nice. I've never had that. And neither has Jax. And I'm also going to be installing a doggy door so he can come and go. There'll be a video on that too. Not specifically just a doggy door, but it will be in a video. And I think now that we have like a really nice and comfortable backyard, we own the home, we should do some stuff to make it our own. You know, maybe like a fire pit back here, like a sitting area. But that's not the point. The point is that this is a very nice gift. And while it was a lot of work, it was 8 days of like work, right? And then my dad hopped in his car and drove home 6 hours. Crazy, man. My parents are so hardcore, it's ridiculous. I'm very proud of the amount of effort that we put into making sure it was perfect. Overall, I mean, just like the build quality on it. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for leaving nice comments. I'm gonna let you guys get back to doing what you're doing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love and support. And I hope this process might help you on building your fence if you want to. It's cold. I'm gonna go inside. Good night.
I tried to get them to drop these boards off in the backyard and they refused, so gotta carry them, which ain't no big deal. I can't fight this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me when you hold me in your arms so tight. You let me know everything's all right. I'm hooked on a feeling